So let me start. So in the last lecture, we have gone through the different type of mods, yeah, like a tape mod. So tape mod generally used for the monitoring, yeah. And the second interface type is the L3. L3 is used for the permanent fix, means we need to assign the IP address on L3. Yeah, it's a router interface. And L2 means it's a switch port, means we have to configure VLAN and pass the VLAN, yeah, in L2 interface. And the other is the third one is the virtual wire. Virtual wire is the like a hub, means firewall act as a hub, means firewall act not act as hub, firewall interface act as hub, yeah. So it's a L1 circuit, and there will be no IP address on that interface. And the last one is the HA used for the high availability. So these are the characteristic of interface, not a firewall. So it means firewall don't have any kind of means characteristic. It's L3 or L2. We can place firewall in any place whenever we require any type of requirement like monitoring. So we can use firewall for redundancy. We can use HA for passing the traffic only. Act as a hub. So we can use firewall. So we can put firewall in lane, WAN, any, because firewall don't have any fixed place. Yeah, whenever we need to filter the traffic between two traffics, so we will use a firewall. So firewall, there is a no fixed place. Yeah, we can use as for our requirement, because firewall used for the data filtering, firewall used for the packet filtering. So it is generally used for filtering only. So we can place in any place. Yeah. So that's firewall characteristic. So let me draw the diagram again. So do you have any question in the interface type, sir? Clear?
Sir, could you please tell me about the HA high availability setup?
High
Could you please
availability.
explain again?
Okay. Okay. High availability means it is provide the redundancy. Suppose this firewall goes down, so we can put other firewall. Other firewall means one firewall passing the traffic, and suppose this firewall goes down, active firewall goes down, then our session will be shifted here automatically. So there will no outage, means customer like we are working in phone pay. So somebody user is scanned and he's done the payment, and after that suddenly this firewall goes down. So user did not, means user do not see any kind of error. Yeah, it's a browsing. Meanwhile, the session will shift from here to here. Like our Zoom link is going on. In between you and me, there will be firewall. And one firewall goes down. So automatically session shift on second firewall. So we do not have any kind of outage. So that's the beauty of HA. HA means it's a backup of other firewall. You got my means you got, sir,
Yes, sir.
basic concept.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So later on, it is around 3 hours topic. HA means we will go in deep in the HA concept. I will teach you the active and passive setup, active setup. There will be three cables are here, and how the session are shifted, because in interview there means interviewer asked too many questions from the HA. So it's a very important topic. So I will teach you separately HA. On that time, again, I will explain the HA, interface type HA.
Okay, sir.
Clear, sir? Or any doubt? Again, any
No, sir,
interface
no, sir.
type? No? This is the R2 router, and R2 have a like a loopback too. It's my Facebook, suppose. And this is my lane. This is my lane. Yeah. And lane, I'm given the IP address like Ethernet 1 by 1. And first, let me check the firewall status. One sec. Let me. Yesterday, our Saturday class is there. So let me run one command. Admin, and I want to reset the configuration. So command is request system private data. This is the command of resetting the configuration. So let me reset. So meanwhile it is resetting because yesterday I do one left. I did one left. That's application app ID filtering, website filtering. So let me reset that configuration and let me draw that diagram. Its IP address is 10.1.1.1/24. Its IP address is 10.1.1.2/24. And this site is the internet. There is the internet. Internet. This is my internet, and this is Ethernet 1 by 2. Its IP address is 200.1.1.1, and this interface is 200.1.1.2/24. Yeah, and this is my destination. Yeah, this is my destination. This is my source. This is my lane. Yeah. So these are the our lane. So let me first explain. Yeah, the other option. Still, it's a booting. Wait for some time. Wait for some time. It will not take admin.
Sir, what about the zones? If we have a different zones and it's all connected in one firewall,
Uh-huh.
then how can we separate each one is I mean, each one is where which port is going, which traffic is going to which port.
Which
Like,
zone?
I mean,
Yeah.
we can separate like a zones, we can freely
Yeah.
monitor the everything, right?
Yeah. Means
So,
today class I will teach you
okay, sir.
the zone part because we have option zone.
Okay, okay.
So this is the today topic. So let me explain you. After that, you can ask the question from the zone. One sec. Let me run the command set device config system IP address, and the IP address is 192.168.32.2, and the net mask is 255.255.255.0, and default gateway will be my PC IP address 32.1. After that, let me commit it. It's committed. Yeah, it's completed. So let me access the firewall. Let me close down. 192.168.32.2. Username is admin and password is admin. Press OK. And we have to go to network, and the option is Ethernet 1 by 1. And this is it is connected to lane. And interface type, I'm always selecting for permanent fix. We have to use L3. Yeah, L3. So L3, I'm taking the L3 interface. So yesterday I have explained all three, all mods, yeah, 1 by 1, all interface types. Yeah, so L3. And let me explain the net profile. Net profile. So what is net profile? Net profile is, suppose, sir, whatever means, do you know, means whenever we are suffering, means not we are, somebody is suffering from fever, and doctor first thing what he will check, he will check the blood report. Yeah, blood report means he will check the blood report and other reports, because what happened, our blood and whatever urine and everything is going on our body. So it's a given our situation what happened. Yeah, so our blood report is the given the exact detail what is the problem in human body. Yeah, so that's why doctor suggested to anybody whenever he suffer from any problem. So he says that you have to go to a report. Yeah, we need a report. Yeah, so like that, our L3 or L2 or anybody in network, traffic is going from like R1 sending the traffic to the Facebook, or the communication between, suppose source is the 1.1.1.2, and destination IP is 2.2.2.2. Yeah, destination IP is 2.2.2. So this packet is going to the firewall. Yeah, so what happened, firewall capture the logs, firewall maintain the session table. Yeah, so firewall capture these logs inside of his memory. Yeah, that's called a buffer memory. Yeah, firewall capture that log in buffer memory, that is called a buffer memory. And suppose I'm assuming buffer memory is a 4 MB. Yeah, 4 MB is reserved for buffer memory. Yeah, so what happened, whenever we call somebody, yeah, so we have to go to phone book and search the number, and after that we call the other person, so that number come in our dialer list. Yeah, so dialer list, only 20 people in my dialer list. It depend on my mobile memory. Yeah, my mobile buffer memory. Suppose my buffer memory is 4 MB, so only that content are stored in my dialer number. After that, old content are deleted automatically. Yeah, suppose my buffer memory is keeping the only 20 contents, so whatever I'm calling to today and yesterday, these numbers are 20. After that, 21 number automatically deleted from buffer memory. Yeah, so you have to go to phone book and again search. Yeah, so what happened, same thing is here. This traffic is going to the Facebook. So the log is captured in local firewall, and I'm able to see that log when I'm going to monitor. And inside of monitor, I can check it. You can go here and you can check it. Let me show you. Inside of the monitor, you have to let me. Okay, you have to go to monitor tab and go to the traffic, so you can see the logs here. Otherwise, you can see logs here, session browse. Yeah, so you can see the logs here. Yeah, so that log is captured by the firewall. Yeah, and suppose 4 logs has been means full. After that, it will delete the old logs. Automatically, it will delete the old logs. And suppose suddenly your firewall have some issue, like multiple VPN user are down. So you open a take case with Palo Alto, and Palo Alto says that, is there any issue in the past? You says that yes, last 2 months back, this issue was there. Similar issue was there last 4 months back. So Palo Alto ask you, give me the 4 month, last 4 month back or last 2 month back, whatever issue was there in VPN, provide me that logs. And you simply says that I don't have that logs because my Palo Alto buffer memory is 4 Mbps, so I cannot provide that logs. So the problem is here, because you cannot provide the old logs, because Palo Alto delete all old logs, sir. Yeah. So what in real time, what we can do it, what we do in real time, this is the Palo Alto. So your question is, suppose you are asking me one question, sir, we can do one thing. We can increase the buffer memory with the help of command line or GUI. Yes, definitely you can increase it. Increase. There is a no foundation. You can increase it. But firewall is not log storage device. It's a basically packet filtering device. We are keeping the buffer memory so that we can monitor the real time logs. Yeah, new logs we can monitor. New logs is here. We can monitor, not an issue. New logs you can monitor. But if you increase the buffer memory, so firewall memory utilization will be high, because you are keeping some memory from Palo Alto and you are storing the logs. Yeah. So that's not a good solution. You need to create a something else. Yeah. So in real time, what happen in the cloud? Suppose I'm example for AWS. In AWS, there will be lot of memory within a 1 second. You can bring a lot of processor CPU, and there is also automatic option. If memory processor utilization will get high, so automatically it will get a memory and processor. There is an option automatic, yeah, auto scaling function. So it will automatically get a memory and processor in the cloud. That feature is available in cloud. So cloud have a unlimited memory and processor, I can say. Yeah. So what happen? I can create this server as a log server. Yeah, log server, as a log server. It is capturing the real time logs. Yeah. So this is it is a use for the log gathering server. Yeah. So suppose this is connected to our network AWS cloud. So whatever logs is coming in Palo Alto, new logs, it automatically forward to the AWS server. Yeah. This server IP address, suppose attain 1 dot, this server IP address is 1.1.1. So automatically it will forward. I will show you how to set it. But it the logs is automatically come in the AWS cloud. Yeah. And it is store the logs, and this server is store new logs, and it will never deleted any logs. It will never deleted any logs. It means, it suppose this is right now new logs, and after some time it will become the older logs. Yeah, older logs. So it is gathering the new logs as well as older logs. Both logs are. So that server is like a login server. That server is used for the gathering the log servers. Yeah. And it will keep logs, lifetime logs. Yeah. Suppose take neither last 2 years back, so that log is available here. Yeah. Anytime means there is a no delete function here. Yeah. You can delete it, but we will not never delete any logs from this login server. Yeah, log server. So that log server is called, the log server is the basically, it's a very famous log server is who is gathering the logs, that is called a Splunk. Splunk. Splunk is very famous in the IT industry. Splunk is the server which is gathering the logs, and it is gathering the bit byte level logs. Bit byte level means Wireshark. Yeah, Wireshark level logs it is gathering. Yeah, Splunk and other vendor name is Arbor. 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 So Arbor is also login server. It is gathering the logs, real time logs. Whatever logs going here and here, it will gather that logs. That server is called Splunk or Arbor server. It is basically what is difference between L2 and L3 sir, and L4. What is difference? It means like I'm given the one example. What is difference between nurse and the doctor? Big difference is that nurse salary is minimum and doctor salary is maximum. Who do the maximum work? Doctor or nurse? Nurse doing the maximum work as compared to doctor. Nurse doing the maximum work, but salary higher than the means salary is lower than the doctor. Yeah, and doctor is always higher, getting a higher salary. The difference between nurse and doctor, because nurse is a nurse is knowing the how to put the injection. Yeah, nurse is only outer side, he don't know, she don't know what medical does effect in our body, but doctor knows if I'm taking that medicine, so what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage of that medicine. So doctor knows very well the side effect and everything, because doctor always believe in the reports, blood reports or any reports, but nurse is doing the work. So similar like that, L1 engineers or L0 engineers only remove the configuration and putting the configuration, then it will work. As why we remove that configuration after that issue resolved, they are not searching the RFO, they are not searching the backend process, but L3 and L4 engineers, they are searching the exact issue, and exact issue finding with the help of Splunk or Arbor. It is a like a blood report. It is even the like a bit byte level answer. Yeah, layer 1 to layer 7, all things are coming in Splunk or Arbor. So that server used for the troubleshooting. Yeah, if you have a knowledge of Palo Alto, automatically team given the access of Arbor and Splunk, and they are given, company given us the training, because this is not much difficult. It's like a troubleshooting purpose we use Splunk and so my policy send the logs to Arbor or Splunk, so that I'm setting the net profile here, net net flow profile. Palo Alto have a policy interface, have a net profile option. Net profile means whatever logs are coming here and there, all going to the Arbor or Splunk. That's why I need to configure net flow profile here. There is the option net flow. Let me going there. Interface, and the option is net flow profile. Yeah, this is the net flow profile. And with the help of net flow profile, I'm given the IP address of cloud server. So I'm clicking here and net flow profile here. Yeah. And here I'm given the IP address of the cloud server. Like this is my suppose this is my Splunk server. So I'm configure the Splunk server name is Splunk, and I'm given the IP address here. Whatever IP of Splunk server, I'm configure here. Yeah. So it is mainly used for the monitoring, sir. Mainly used for the gathering the logs. Because Palo Alto, if you are selecting none, it means the logs, the interface logs is locally stored in Palo Alto. It is not sent to the Splunk or Arbor. So, sir, Bharat sir, do you have any question in net flow profile? All clear? Can
Yes,
I
sir.
move proceed, or do you have any query in NetFlow profile?
No, sir, actually.
And the next one is the virtual router. Yeah. So let me explain what is the virtual router. So right now I don't have a Splunk server, so I'm not selecting there. So let me explain. Sir, do you know VLAN? VLAN, do you have understanding of VLAN?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose this is my one of the customer. It's a HDFC bank. HDFC bank. Yeah. Its IP address is 10.1.1.0 something one, something in same range. Yeah. And the other bank is SBI bank. It is both are in Hyderabad. Yeah. HDFC bank and SBI bank in same location. Yeah. Same location. They are sitting there in Hyderabad. Yeah. So they want to connection. They want to connection. So suppose for example, there will be Tata in the same location. Tata router is there. This router is Tata router. Yeah. So Tata router provide the connectivity of both the customers. The first one is the HDFC and second one is the SBI bank. Yeah. And I will teach you the private IP address in the netting topic. I will teach you. Everyone can keep a same IP address. Yeah. So this is my IP address, HDFC IP address 10.1.1, and this is the HDFC IP address 10.1.1. The similar IP in 10 range. Yeah. So my Tata router, this is the, suppose this is the fast Ethernet 0 by 0. This is fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So my Tata router have a routing table. Yeah. Routing table means it is gathering the route information. It is keeping the route in routing table. So in routing table, I am putting the two IP address, same IP address, sir. Yeah. One is fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and the other one is the same 10.1.1 fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So what happened? In the single routing table, the two same IP address has been come. The two same IP address are stored in the single routing table. So what happened? It will not accept that. It will not accept.
Conflict.
Yeah. Because same routing table cannot take a, like you said that conflict. So conflict problem is there because the single routing table cannot accept the same IP address. Yeah. It will conflict. So what we will do? We can,
Sub-interface, VLAN.
yeah. VLAN create in switch. This is the
But
router.
sub-interface.
Yeah.
But
Sub interface.
we can take the different range. I mean, one is given to the HDFC, two is
Yeah.
given to the SBA.
So if I'm saying I'm working in Tata and I'm HDFC and both are my customer, I'm saying please change the IP address. That IP address is using SBI. So HDFC, please change your IP address. So HDFC says that me, I will not change. For SBI per means SBI is using this IP. I don't care about SBI. I'm using my IP address. I cannot change my IP address. Yeah, because
Yes,
both cannot change.
yes, sir.
So I need a two routing table. Two routing table means I have to put a two router here. One for HDFC, other for SBI bank.
Yes.
So so that we got a two routing table. Yeah, one routing table for this router and other routing table for this router. So we get a two routing table. But the problem is that if I'm getting two routing table, it's very good. But company cost will be increased, sir.
Yes.
Company cost Tata spend a two router. And suppose we have 1,000 customer, So we need 1,000 router for in the Tata network. For every customer, each customer need each router. That's a big problem. Yeah. Every customer need a different router, and router memory is called a routing table. Yeah. So why we take a different router? Due to routing table. So routing table means we are getting a different router. So company cost will be increased. Company cost will be increased. So what we can do? Like in past time, Ravan is there. Ravana. Yeah. Ravana have a 10 head. Yeah. One for love, one for the means anything means they are separate mind. Yeah. Because what happened? The every router similar like that. Every customer need a different router. Yeah. So that are not a good solution because company cost will be increased. Company pay a lot of money. Tata need a lot of money for every customer. So Tata don't give this kind of solution. Tata need a single router. Tata create a single router. So what happened in the past time means whenever baby born in our home. So what happened? Baby by default gathering a single mind. Whenever he born, like my child is like 1 month, means not complete 1 month. It's 20 days or 15 days, like something. He don't have any mind right now. He have a mind, but what happened? He is not react as per the our actions. Yeah, he's reacting. So once he will grow up, he have a single mind. He don't know who is the teacher. Whenever he go to play group, he don't know who will be the my teacher and who means he know the teacher, but he will share the information. Whatever teacher are doing, he that information he pass to us parent, and whatever parent are doing, he pass that information to teacher because he's not he's not mature who is the teacher and who is the parent. But if you going for kg nursery to kg1, he have some mind. Yeah, he have some mind, he will be some mind, and he will distinguish teacher is a separate department and parents are different department. So within a single mind, God given a two different mind, logical different mind. Yeah. One for teacher, one for parent. And once he will grow up, then he will distinguish the good friend and the bad friend. And he have a other minds. So in single mind, God given a different minds. Yeah. That's a similar concept here. Right now, router memory is called a routing table. So this is the single routing table. So we can divide single routing table in a logically we divide single routing table into two routing table. Yeah, we are dividing single routing table into multiple routing table. We are dividing as a logically. In what do you mean by logically? Technically, logical we can say virtual, and this routing table forwarding the data. So that's why it is called a virtual routing. That's why it is called a virtual routing and forwarding table. Forwarding forwarding table. That's why in short form it is called a VRF. It is called a VRF. So I'm creating one VRF, one VRF for 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 SDFC. VRF1 for SDFC and VRF2 for VRF2 for SBI. So we are divide single routing table into multiple routing table so that this routing table will not communicate with this routing table, and this routing table won't communicate with this routing table. They are isolated. Yeah, because once the son is growing, so he have a two mind. He will never given any information of parents to the teacher and teacher information to the parent. He will isolate this information. Yeah. So similar like that, this VRF will not communicate with this VRF, and this VRF will not communicate with this VRF, means both the VRFs are distinguished. Means we are divide single routing table into multiple routing table. That is called a VRF. It is isolate the control plane. It is isolate the manage control plane and data plane. Data plane. It is isolate the control plane and data plane. Control plane means the routing of different, means it we are running SDFC. This side we are running static route, and for SBI we are running the EIGRP. So our control plane means this packet will not communicate with this packet, and SBI routing part will not communicate with SDFC. Both routing are different. Yeah. And the second part, whatever data going for the SDFC, SBI person cannot see. And SBI person, whatever data going for the SBI, SDFC will not see. So we are dividing the data plane as well as control plane. Means routing we are distinguish the data. We are distinguish the control plane and the data plane. So this routing table, the VRF divide the control plane as well as data plane. Means we are divide single router into multiple router. We are logically divide single router as a multiple router. It's a VRF act as a different router. That's the advantage of VRF. Similar, you know the VLAN. So VLAN have a similar concept. Switch have a by default one VLAN. We are creating a separate VLANs. So one VLAN cannot communicate with other VLAN. Means we are dividing single switch into multiple switch. VLAN means multiple switch. You can assume it. VLAN means not a single switch. If you are creating a VLAN, it means your switch is divided into multiple switch. So similar, if you are creating a VRF here, means your router is divided into multiple router. It is device control plane into control plane and data plane are distinguished. So similar concept in Palo Alto, every firewall have a concept, similar concept. In Palo Alto have a similar concept that is called not VRF, that is called a virtual router. That is called a virtual router. Virtual router. So virtual router, it means it is divide the control plane and data plane. Means suppose one traffic going to the cloud, and my other interface traffic is going to the voice traffic, voice server it is sending. I want to distinguish between cloud traffic and voice traffic. So I will create a virtual router here. I will create a virtual router here. So by default, virtual router is default. By default, virtual router name is, let me explain. By default, virtual router, router is default. What do you mean by default? Default means we have a single routing table. Means single routing table means default means I am not divide my firewall into multiple firewall. My firewall is single. Means whatever similar route are coming here, they will come here. My control plane and data plane are single. Means it's a single routing table. It's a single VLAN. My firewall will not divide. Yeah. Default means single. If I am creating a virtual router here, suppose I am creating one for cloud and one for voice. I'm creating a two virtual router here. So my default routing table will not work. Yeah. So we are creating a two routing table here. Yeah. So firewall routing table is called a virtual router. Firewall routing table name is a virtual router. and firewall default routing table is called a default. And I'm creating a cloud and voice and whatever I'm given the name. It means I'm dividing a Palo Alto firewall one single routing table into multiple routing table. Means I'm dividing single firewall into multiple firewall. So default virtual router default means single routing table. So let me show you first. Let me show you. Default means I'm not dividing my control plane and data plane. This is default. Default means I'm not dividing the firewall routing table. Default. Yeah. And if I'm clicking new virtual router means my one firewall routing table divided into multiple firewall table. So let me show you. Default means I'm not dividing. And suppose I'm click here virtual router, I'm click here, so it is divided. Suppose I'm given for the cloud, and I'm just static route. All option are there. Static route, I'm explaining that part later on. So I'm creating like let me minimize these things. I'm clicking cloud and I'm clicking OK. Means there will be cloud routing table and one is the default. Default means single routing table. And I'm other create like going to virtual router and I'm clicking here for a voice. And I click OK. I'm hit OK. Means I'm creating a virtual router voice. So this interface one by one is part of voice VLAN, and I want to move that interface in cloud, so I click cloud here. So one by one is part of cloud interface. Yeah. So what do you mean by virtual router? It's a simply routing table. I'm not clicking here and there. I'm just clicking on default means I'm not right now we are doing the basic lab, so I'm not clicking other options. So default means single routing table. So virtual router, what do you mean by virtual router? What do you mean by virtual router? Means it's a firewall routing table and one firewall divided into multiple firewall. That is called a virtual router. So Bharat sir, do you have any question in virtual router? Bharat sir, are you there?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you have any question in virtual router?
No, sir. Actually, no.
Not?
No, sir. Yes.
Okay. It's a clear or can I repeat it?
Repeat is good for me. Actually, I
Sorry,
didn't
sir.
understand.
Okay, you
Actually, I
didn't.
didn't understand. Yes.
Okay, okay. So, have you understand the VRF concept? VRF.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me explain here. So what happened? Suppose this is my firewall, and this firewall is like a cloud here, and it is connected to cloud. Cloud. This interface like Ethernet one by one is connected to cloud, and this there will be some kind of server. It is like a B1 provider, and B1 provider have a voice server. Yeah. So voice server, this is the related to voice traffic. Because in our network, in our lane, IP phone are there. This is our lane. Inside of the lane, IP phone. There are many IP phones are there. Yeah. And we have a cloud as well. In our lane, cloud as well. So I want to distinguish the cloud and voice different. I want to separate data between cloud and voice. So what I am doing, I am creating a right now default. Default means Ethernet one by one and Ethernet one by two. The both interface are part of the are part of the default routing table. Default routing table means single virtual router. Single virtual router means both are part of Ethernet 1 by 1 and Ethernet 1 by 2. Both are part of default routing table. Like suppose Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, both are playing in India team. Means they are part of the India team. Yeah, because right now India there is no other team. India team only. So like a default routing table, like a India team. Both are Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Both are the member of India team. And once IPL will start, so Rohit Sharma play for the Mumbai and Virat Kohli play for the Bangalore. So in India, there will be 8 or 9 teams are divided logically. Logically. Yeah. Because India not divided country. India is a single country. But logically in IPL, they are creating a logical groups. Yeah. And Rohit Sharma will not share any planning with Virat Kohli, and Virat Kohli will not share any internal planning to the Rohit Sharma. Yeah, how to ball or how to field, whatever internal planning they will not share to each other. So similar like that, we are creating default routing table means single routing table. Virtual router means virtual router default. It means single routing table. If I am creating a if I am creating a logically creating a two routing table, yeah, means one create for cloud. I'm given the now name is cloud, and I'm given the name is one is the voice voice. I'm creating logically two virtual router. Two virtual router means one firewall divided into two firewall logically. Yeah. And cloud, I'm for cloud, I'm entering the 1 by 1 interface. And for voice, I'm given the 1 by 2 interface. So these two interface are isolated. Their control plane and data plane are isolated. Whatever static route BGP you are running here doesn't matter for voice traffic, and whatever routing protocol you are running here, it will not impact here, because you are isolated. We are segregated the single firewall into multiple firewall, and your data is also isolated. Means your control plane and data plane both are isolated. So these two tables, this two means we are divide single routing table into multiple routing table. So in router it is called routing table. In Palo Alto it is called a virtual router. It's a simple routing table of Palo Alto. So in router it is called routing table. In Palo Alto it is a virtual router. So interviewer ask, what do you mean by virtual router? So virtual router means single firewall divide into multiple firewall, or single firewall routing table divided into multiple routing table. That is called a virtual router. You got my meaning, sir? Bharat sir?
Yes, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Or do you have any confusion in virtual router?
No, sir. If
So
we
please
in
write.
case,
Yeah.
if we in case any other, I mean, like a voice, video, and some other things, it can be affected to the firewall. I mean, it can be the more traffic now.
It can affect it to. Can you
firewall?
Firewall.
I mean,
means
yeah, I mean, burden to the firewall.
can you repeat your question again? I didn't get.
We are in the firewall. We are running the cloud, voice, video, and different other things. So in the meantime, the firewall can be affected by the load of, I mean, different zones. So how can we pretend to be not?
Because firewall have a unlimited bandwidth, it will not impact any kind of load like CPU or memory, because it have a SP3 engine. I will teach you. It have a unlimited memory and processor, so it will not impact for Your meaning is CPU and memory load will go high.
Yes.
Your meaning is that? Okay. So
Yes,
it
sir.
is have a SP3 engine, and this is called next generation firewall. Means no firewall like a Palo Alto firewall. Palo Alto firewall is the top fire of all firewall. It is a like no competitor. Last means whenever Palo Alto will start, since no competitor are there. Cisco firewall is like a eighth or ninth position. Checkpoint is second position, but no competitor for Palo Alto because it have a unlimited memory and processor. That's why. Clear, sir? I will teach you the next
Yes, sir.
generation firewall.
Okay,
So
sir.
please write down. Please write down virtual firewall. Please write down the definition of virtual firewall. We are divide. We are divide single firewall routing table. We are divide single firewall routing table into multiple firewall, into multiple routing table. We are divide single firewall routing table into, we are divide logically single firewall routing table. We are divide logically single firewall routing table into multiple routing table, into multiple routing table, into multiple routing table. Or then please write down other definition, or and you can write down or other definition of virtual router. We are divide single firewall into multiple firewall. We are divide single firewall into multiple firewall. Single firewall into multiple firewall. So, sir, do you have any more question in the here? It's clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
And then your question is like a zone. Yeah. So zone is coming. So let me explain the zone. Zone. Okay. So click here zone. Okay. So interviewer generally ask what is zone, means why we need zone. Yeah. So in the beginning class, I have also explained why we need a zone, why we require a zone. So zone, what is the benefit of zone? So suppose this is my one zone. Suppose you are joining any company, like you join a Wipro. So once you join a Wipro, so Wipro HR, whenever you join Wipro means company, so Wipro HR don't means explain the means she is not create a separate policy for you, medical policy or separate insurance policy or separate plan for you. Whenever you join any company, automatically you join, so all insurance policy applicable to you. Yeah. If suppose you join in band 5, suppose bands are there in company, so you belong to band 5, it means, it means band 5 whatever facility you will get, all facility provided by the by the company to you. Yeah. Suppose band 5 getting a mobile phone and laptop, so you belong to band 5, automatically IT team provide a mobile and laptop to you. And suppose your colleagues in last 10 years working in the same company, but he is from band 4, lower band, so he don't have laptop, he don't have mobile mobile phone. They feel a jealousy might be, because both are working in same project, but you are higher band and he is a lower band, so he don't have this kind of facility, but you will get a facility because your band is higher. So in the every company, band are very important. These are the company policies. Yeah. If you are creating this kind of things, so policy management will be very easy. Yeah. HR is HR can manage policy very easily. Yeah. So company policies, yeah. So similar here, this is the suppose zone. This is my trusted zone. Let's suppose I'm creating a trusted zone, yeah, and I'm creating other zone that is called a untrusted zone. Untrusted zone. I'm creating two zones, yeah, like India team and Pakistan team, yeah. So India team, I'm calling the Sachin and Sehwag and the Dhoni and the like Reina or VVS Lakshman. Yeah. So in India team, I'm calling the players. These are the physical players. Players. So I'm creating a logical name. I'm given the India team. Yeah, logical name. And similar, I'm given the Pakistan team. So Saeed Anwar, है ना? Saeed Anwar and the other one is Injama Mulak. I don't remember the Pakistan player's name. Means in the past time I watched the cricket. Right now I see only most popular matches like IPL final and World Cup matches. Other matches I will means I'm not watching any kind of matches. But previously, I'm very fan of means cricket team. So I support to cricket team when Sachin, Sehwag, and Dhoni are playing on that time. So what happened? The funda is that first we need to create a logical group, yeah, and then we assign the interfaces, yeah. So similar here means we have to create a zone. We have to create a zone, create a zone, create a zone here, and after that we assign the interface. Yeah, assign the interface, assign, assign interface. Similar like that, I can do other step. I inside of the interface, I'm creating a zone. Both are true. If I'm creating a zone and inside of zone I'm calling the interface, that are also true. If I'm creating an interface and inside of interface I'm calling the zone, that is also true. But why we need zone? Why we require a zone? So with the help of zone, what happen? Suppose I'm creating a trusted zone and this interface is one by one. And the trusted interface other means like Sachin, Sehwag, Ganguly. Similar like that, the zone name is trusted. And I'm calling the interface one by one, interface one by three, Ethernet one by four. So I'm calling the multiple interface inside of the zone. So what happened? Whenever I call a policy, like suppose Facebook is allow or deny, I will teach you policy. Whatever traffic you want to allow and deny. So you will not call on the interface. You will simply call on zone. So automatically you call on zone. So automatically it will call in all the interfaces. So your policy management will be easy. If zone concept will not there, so what happen? I'm calling suppose one lane, and other lane is suppose interface one by three. This is my different lane, lane two, yeah. And suppose the third lane is like a printer lane. This is Ethernet one by one. So the I have to call one by one in all interfaces. So suppose I forget policy here. So this person cannot access, yeah, and I forget the policy here, so it's very difficult. So I will create a policy and I will apply on zone, so that policy applicable for all interfaces. So policy management will be very easy. If zone concept was not there, so policy management will be very easy. Suppose India team is like India team, all member are India team, means Sachin, Sehwag, all are. So if BCCI create one rule, so for India team, so automatically it will apply for all players. Like HR create one kind of rule, like next month you will get a bonus. So that bonus is automatically applied to all employer. Otherwise she will very suffered. Suppose company told we will give our employer to bonus, so who should I provide? It means that's very difficult, yeah. So that's why in the team policies are there and policy applied to the band. Yeah. So similar, band means a zone. So whatever policy create, it will apply to the zone. So our policy management will be very easy. So why we need zone? To manage the policy very easily. The third answer, sir, means in the last time I will teach you why we need zone. So AAA benefit, and we can control the traffic. And the third benefit, we can manage the policy. So you can mention here, you can also mention there. But the third benefit, we can maintain the policy, we can manage the policy easily. Why we need zone? We can manage the policy easily. Bharat sir, clear now? Nitin sir? Bharat
Yes,
sir,
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here is the security zone. So I can go here. This is the security zone, and this is the new zone option. So I'm clicking here. I'm clicking here, and I'm simply click the trusted. I'm given the this interface, the part of the trusted zone. So this interface is the part of the trusted zone. So I'm mentioned the trusted here. This is the zone name, trusted. There are other option, the zone protection and other. I will teach you later on. Yeah, in interface, already I'm part of interface, and inside of the interface I'm coming here. So I don't need to mention interface because already I'm inside of the interface. So I'm just given the zone name. If let me open a duplicate tab, let me open a duplicate tab. There is also other option, means you can go to interface and create a zone. That is correct. And other option, you can go to zone, and inside of the zone you can go to add, and you can mention a trusted here, and you can call the interface name one by one. You can go like that. You can go also like that, and you can go like right now you are part of interface. You are just click new zone, and this is given the trusted name, and you can click a OK. Means already you are part of interface and you are creating a zone. So there are two steps to create a zone. Inside of the interface, you can create a zone, and you can go to zone and assign the interface name. So now, Bharat sir, that's clear for you? Zone chapter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And beginning, you asked me some question. So that's clear, or means something else?
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is the answer.
So tomorrow I will teach you the IP address part, yeah, and the advanced option. So tomorrow we will continue, yeah, later on.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So do you any question in today class, Bharat and Nitin sir?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, just
So
one question. In AAA, I'm sorry, in zone, we have AAA benefits. Can you brief it?
I have already explained. I will share the video with you.
Okay.
AAA benefit, authentication, authorization, and accounting.
No, in zone, sir. In zone. By using zone.
Yeah, so I have already explained in the zone. If I'm creating a zone, so whatever traffic coming in from one zone to other zone, I can control it. Control it means I can authenticate using a user ID. I can authenticate what user I'm given the access to that website. So that's authentication process. And suppose somebody is coming here, so it will access this PC. It will not access this PC. So that's the authorization part, means what can access and what cannot access. That's the authorization part. And the accounting, whatever traffic going in here, all log captured by the firewall. That's called the accounting.
Got it. Got it.
So let's meet you tomorrow, sir, same time. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Good.